Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a Feral Druid PvP guide. This is something you guys wanted me to do. So this is going to be more so for like Battleground Blitz, random Battlegrounds, and War Mode than Arena. So just wanted to let you guys know. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get this started. So I run two different talent builds. One's a single target build, one's an AoE Cleave build. Most of the time I run a single target build, but there's occasional times when the AoE build can be pretty good, which I'll explain once I get into that. So let's go ahead and get into the single target build first. I'm not going to go over every single talent because pretty sure everybody mostly knows what they do by now. So I'm just going to go over the ones that you can switch out for. So let's start off with the left side of the talent tree. And the first one you can switch out for is Thrash and Remove Corruption. If there's a lot of Warlocks on the team, or there's Rogues, you can run Remove Corruption, especially the fact that there's a lot of Warlocks in the game these days, so you can remove their Curse of Agony or their Curse of Weakness, or, you know, stuff like that, you know? So Remove Corruption could be pretty useful for stuff like that. I like to run Thrash to get like Hunters out of stealth, Rogues out of stealth, other Druids out of stealth a lot of the time, so that's why I still stick with Thrash. Otherwise, it's not completely needed really anymore. So it's kind of up to you if you want to balance between the two, or just straight up just run Remove Corruption all the time, as Thrash is not absolutely needed. The other one you can switch out for is Mass Entanglement and Vortex. It's up to you on which one of these you want to run. I like to run Mass Entanglement because it's a shorter cooldown, and if I need to run, I just like to run this because it has, like I said, it's a lower cooldown. But Vortex is obviously very good too. It's very useful. You could probably even Vortex somebody near the cliff and then typhoon them off too as well. I've seen some people do that, though it's a little bit hard to pull off, but very nice to do that combo as well. And that's about it for the left side of the talent tree. Now for the right side of the talent tree, you can switch out Incarnation and Frantic Momentum for Saber Jaws if you want to go that route for more Ferocious Bite damage. You could switch out either Tiger's Tenacity for Raging Fury. Raging Fury does line up pretty well with Incarnation if you want to go that route. Tiger's Tenacity helps out with bleed damage, which is actually really strong this expansion, so I like to run Tiger's Tenacity for pretty much for that reason. And then you can switch out Lion's Strength for Blood Talons if you want. I personally hate Blood Talons, but Blood Talons is stronger than Lion's Strength if you can do it correctly. So it's up to you if you want to run Blood Talons or not. I personally don't run it, but it's up to you if you want to run it or not. So to summarize it up, you could switch out between Raging Fury or Tiger's Tenacity. You can switch out Lion's Strength or Blood Talons. And you could switch Incarnation and Frantic Momentum for Saberjaws for more Ferocious Bite damage. I personally wouldn't recommend doing that because Saberjaws was nerfed, by the way. And Incarnation overall feels way better than not running Incarnation, because for Incarnation, you'll be able to use more abilities because you won't feel as energy starved when you don't have Incarnation. So that's the reason why I run in Incarnation for this talent tree build. Now for hero talents, I always run Wildstalker. I don't like Droid the Claw. Droid the Claw is more of a bite playstyle, and the bites have been getting nerfed quite a bit lately, so I haven't enjoyed that playstyle, and I've never really been a fan of it. I prefer the bleed playstyle, so I go Wildstalker, and that's what I would go for the hero talent tree. For the rosy pick, I go with Flower Walk, Harmonious Constitution, Root Network, and Implants. Everything else is just you put in, so don't need to go over those, but that's just what I go for the Wildstalker hero talent tree. Now for honor talents, there's a bunch of different ones you can use. I mostly use Ferocious Wound, Thorns, and Wicked Claws at the moment, but to be honest, all of them you can kind of switch out for. Wicked Claws, everybody pretty much has a Moral Strike anymore these days, so for Battlegrounds, you'll probably be with people that are always like using it, so it's up to you if you want to use it or not, but since Feral goes solo most of the time, I always just pick this anyways. But if you want to switch out some other options, like if you don't want to use thorns when there's no melee around, you can switch out for either Strength of the Wild, King of the Jungle, Tireless Pursuit and background's kind of nice. I also kind of like Savage Momentum for lower cooldowns on like Survival Instincts and all that. It's up to you. I think out of all these, King of the Jungle is probably like the best one, and then Strength of the Wild, and then probably for the last choices if you want to run them, Savage Momentum or Tireless Pursuits. But those would be my choices out of the other ones if you don't want to use the 3 I just listed right now. So it's strictly up to you. Alright, so now we're going to go over the single target rotation. So this is not with Blood Talents, by the way. So if you're doing Blood Talents, you're just going to have to add like an ability to make sure you get a proc before you use the, your rip and all that. So just keep that in mind. So without Blood Talents, this is my rotation. So CcGAqvgeoHLefPLb, Incarnation, Feral Frenzy, Adaptive Swarm, Rip, Moonfire, Ferocious Bites, Prowl, Rake, Ferocious Bites, Brutal Slash, Ferocious Bites, Replay, Rake, Ferocious Bites, Brutal Slash, Ferocious Bites, Ferocious Bites, and just make sure you keep applying your bleeds. And my Rip's finally about to fall off, so reapply Moonfire since that's off, Tiger's Fury, Adaptive Swarm, Rip, and that's pretty much the rotation. You can also, instead of doing Ferocious Bites like I've been doing on the main target, you can, if somebody's nearby, you can just reapply Rip on a different target as well, or for dots on somebody else as well. That's strictly up to you. Otherwise, you could just go full on single target on the main target. So since this is a single target build anyways, but I mean, it's not entirely single target. You can just pretty much, like I said, you can apply rips to other people nearby as well. But yeah, if you wanted to go that route instead of rush spotting. So just make sure you keep your dots on it at all times. So I don't have Incarnation this time, but I can kind of show you guys a general idea one more time. Tiger's Fury, Feral Frenzy, Adaptive Swarm, Rip, Moonfire, Brutal Slash, Ferocious Bites, Brutal Slash. Since Brutal Slash is down, reapply Rake, Brutal Slash is back up, use it again, Shred, then Ferocious Bites at 5 combo points, and then, yeah, Moonfire's down, reapply that again, reapply Rake, Brutal Slash is back up, use that again, Moonfire for an extra combo point, Tiger's Fury, Adaptive Swarm, Rip, since you gotta reapply that again, and that's just pretty much the rotation. Just make sure your dots are all up at all times. Rake, Rip, Moonfire, etc. So, and that's pretty much the single target rotation. It's pretty simple. So, and that was without Incarnation too, which is probably a lot better to show as well. So, alright, now let's go over the Cleave playstyle. I can't do it in combat. Thanks a lot, freaking game. Alright. Now let's go over to Cleave playstyle. It's pretty much the exact same thing on the left side of the talent tree. You can switch out, remove Corruption for Typhoon, and then switch out Thrash and remove Corruption again. It's up to you. Typhoon does help out quite a bit in case you got people on you and you can just knock them back or knock them off cliffs. So I don't know why I never had Typhoon, but yeah, it's pretty much the exact same thing as the single target build. You can switch out Mass Entanglement and Vortex whenever you, if you have a preference, and then same for Thrash and remove Corruption. It's up to you on which one you want to remove, you want to use again. Now for the right side of the hero talent tree, it's pretty much the exact same thing as before. You can use Tiger's Tenacity or Raging Fury. You can use Blood Talents and Lion Strength. And since this is going to be more reliant on Primal Wrath than Bites, I wouldn't recommend using Saber Jaws with this build. You're going to be using Primal Wrath, obviously. So, and that's pretty much this build in a nutshell. Everything else is kind of the exact same thing. You already know the Honor Talents, Wild Stalker, Hero Talent Tree, etc. So, yeah. Now let's go over the Cleave rotation. So, Tiger's Fury, Rake, Incarnation, Feral Frenzy, Primal Wrath, Brutal Slash, Ferocious Bite, Prowl, Rake, Brutal Slash, Ferocious Bite because I got a free Ferocious Bite from the Appendix proc. Reapply Primal Wrath, Brutal Slash, Ferocious Bites, Brutal Slash again, Ferocious Bites. Rake's about to come down. Do it again, Ferocious Bites, Brutal Slash. Got a free appendix proc. Use Ferocious Bite. Got 5 combo points. Oh, got another free proc. Use Ferocious Bite again. Tiger's Fury. Replay Primal Wrath. And that's pretty much the rotation. So, you guys are also probably wondering how I'm getting those things popping up on my screen. So, it's basically a weak aura. As soon as I get out of combat here. And it's pretty much, and it comes up on the top of my screen. I've never posted this in the comment section, so I'm gonna try and figure it out, and then I'll try and post it in the description. Because I'm not entirely sure how you done it. I've never done that before. But I'll try and figure it out, and then I can link it in the description down below, hopefully. And that's pretty much my weak aura for tracking the appendix proc, and this works for the Cleave build. So, yeah, that's pretty much what it does. Alright, next is the stats. So just pretty much stack full versatility and mastery, and that's pretty much the stats. Just get versatility and mastery as much possible as you can. That's how you're going to be doing some big damage. So versatility, mastery, quick and simple. I am running the 2 set right now, pants and chest. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to get the 4 set or not. I don't know if it's going to be worth it or not. So stay tuned for that, I guess. But right now I have the 2 set on pants and chest. So you're gonna get the 2 set, get it on the chest and pants. You do get a free tier piece from 1,600 rating in anything, 2v2, 3v3, soul shuffle, rated battlegrounds, battleground blitz, doesn't matter. So you can go that route if you really want to. And yeah, so you can get 1,600 in any of them, and you'll be able to get a free token piece, and that's that. Up next is going to be the macro. Let's go over macros next. My burst macro is the incarnation burst. Obviously, most of this isn't gonna work unless you're like doing like randoms or war mode, because potions and stuff don't work in battleground blitz. And if you're merking, since I'm a night elf, it gives me like berserking, so I add that to the thing as well. Other than that, I do have a set focus cyclone macro, which will help out. Like, for example, if you're trying to kill a main target in a battleground and there's a healer nearby and you don't want to target them, just keep them on set focus and then cyclone, and boom, easy cyclone. And that's pretty much all of my macros. I don't really have anything else specifically for Feral other than those ones. You can make a set focus macro for your interrupts, but I don't have that at the moment. So, but yeah, that's another macro you can add. I don't really have a lot of macros for my Feral, so. But yeah, those are the 2 main ones I have at the moment. Up next is enchants. So for enchants, keep in mind everything is so freaking expensive. So you don't have to get the main one. It's up to you if you want to get it or not. Getting gold isn't too hard this expansion, because you can just sell like the patterns and gems and all that. So the best weapon enchant is going to be Radiant Power, and you can get the main one. It's up to you. I feel like it's not really that huge of a difference to get the 3-star one instead of like the 2-star one. But you'll be having the Conquest gear for a while anyway, so it's up to you if you want to just get it or not. You can probably make the gold obviously quick enough, so it's not that huge of a deal. But Authority of the Radiant Power is what I would recommend getting if you can. If not, just buy the Mastery Weapon enchant. So it's up to you. But those are my personal recommendations. And then for rings, you want to get Mastery, Radiant Mastery. If you don't want to get that one, you can get Glimmering Mastery. They're cheaper, but it's up to you. For leggings, you want to get the Stonebound Armor, which increases your strength and, or not strength, your agility and stamina. For enchants, for chests, you want to get, I type way too fast. You can get Crystalline Radiance, which increases your agility. And then for boots, you want to get Defenders, which increases your stamina. And then for the other ones, you just want to get speed on your bracers and all that stuff. So, and that's pretty much it for enchants. Last thing is going to be the embellishments, and this is probably going to be the most confusing part to everybody, because in Dragonflight, embellishments were a thing too, but they were really easy because everybody knew what to get at the time. It was just like precog and a boots one. And for the War Within, it's basically different. I feel like all the embellishments are kind of just like equal for the most part. So I'll just tell you which ones are worth it. If you go the crafted weapon route, and that's, like I said, if you go the crafted weapon route, you're gonna want to run Dark Sigil Ascension. This gives you a random stat proc every few seconds, and it stacks up to 10 times. So the only downside is it can't be crit, it can be haste, it could be mastery, it could be versatility. It's so random, and it doesn't stick to that stat. It switches every time it switches. So like, for example, if the first proc is mastery, then the second proc might be haste. It switches every single time it goes up. So you have no control over it, so do keep that in mind. But everybody's been using this. Everybody's been going the weapon route. So, well, not everybody, but most people have been going the weapon route. So you can go this if you want to. I didn't go that route, but if you do go Dark Moon Ascension, make sure you get it. You get another piece. For example, on another tune that I did pick the weapon on, I went with where is it? I went with a cloak, and then I put Withering Armor Band. You don't have to go cloak, by the way. Just pick another piece that has Withering Armor branding on it, and make sure you pick this. You want to combo with this with Dark Moon Ascension with your weapon. Otherwise, don't pick this at all, because it basically doubles the effect. It gives you more stats with the proc, and that's why you want to combo it with this. So this is one combo you can run if you want to run the weapon and the with the armor banding. So it's up to you if you want to run that or not. For me, I picked Blasphemites on both my rings. This is what I use. It's another good one you can go with. And then I picked Elusive Blasphemite as my gem. So you can go that route if you really want to. And then for the final options, you can go Double Dust Thread Lining. While above 80% health, you gain versatility. So either of those three options you can run. So to summarize it up, Double Dust Thread Lining, Blasphemites on my rings, or you can go weapon with Dark Moon Ascension with any piece you choose, blue thread, or not blue thread, Withering Armor banding. So those are the three embellishments I would recommend. It's up to you on which ones you want to go with. Everybody's different. I've looked up a lot of different ferals, and a lot of people are running different bunch of embellishments. So, but hopefully this guide helps you out. If you have any more questions, let me know, and I'll see you guys later.